Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing a Farmhouse 3 Cape. I'm excited to show you this house. I think it's very awesome. Like I said in the thumbnail, once the modules are on site, we have about a 3-month build time to have this house finished. That's weather permitting, no government shutdowns or any other chaos. I want to show you this here. So let's get right on to it. Here we go. So the Farmhouse 3, this is built by, the modules are built by Nationwide. They're built, Nationwide Homes. They're built off-site and all stick frame construction. So this is a lot, third-party inspections, a lot of quality control, and very precise building. Most of our homes typically have more lumber per square foot, and we have less waste per square foot in a typical on-site house. Typically, it takes a lot less time to build, and it's the quality's there because you have more of your systems in place and your checks. And when you're in one facility building these modules, the quality control far exceeds your typical on-site. There are some great on-site builders out there, but I'm saying typical. This exceeds that. So let's get right on into the review. So you can see this right here. This has that dark colored architectural shingles there. This could be, black with a dark gray, sort of a lighter color to it, or it could be a very dark gray, like a dark smoke with a lighter gray in it, and that gives it that very clean look. It gives it bulk. When you have the slightly lighter and slightly darker areas, you could go with any other color that we offer. Gray, I think there's a tan, a red. I mean, plenty of options, even a green. Now, the siding could be a different color as well. Now, I wouldn't call this neutral, but this is definitely not very rich either. It's a very subtle color on this greenish blue. And it's I want to build this house right here. I want to build absolutely this house. I want it to look like this, same roof, same siding, even the same flowers out front. I think it'd be awesome. So if you notice this would have a single front door with no side lights here, even though I think our options give us at least one. You have this bump out area on the back of the house to the right-hand side. And then on the second floor, you have the shed dormer with the 3 windows there. And I'll show you have a window on the left and a window on the right of this particular house. So let's get right on into the plans. Well, we don't want to zoom in on the yard, do we? All right, so we're going to zoom in a couple different times, zoom in and out so you can really get a good eye for this. So we have an optional double door. This is where you have 2 active doors that would open up to go into the front. Then we have the optional single door with the double side lights. This is a small narrow glass that runs next to the doors on either side. And then we have the optional side light there. The house is standard with no side lights at all. So you have the 1, 2, or the double door. Standard would be the single entry door. It's like a 3-foot 3.0 door. Now you notice when the door opens, swings to the right, you're in the foyer area, and the steps are to the right. Okay, so you walk into the great room here. Now, interesting about the great room, this ties in the great room, the kitchen, and the dining room. Now, if you like quiet spaces to watch TV, listen to music or anything like that, or just, to read, we have an option for you upstairs that if we build that out for you. And I want to mention, by the way, I am a builder in the state of Virginia, and particularly southeastern Virginia, but there are other authorized builders with Nationwide in the southeastern part of the country. So if you're interested in this house or any other one, and you don't know who to call, if say you're in Georgia, you're in South Carolina, go to our website right here. I'll show you when we click out of this, how you can contact us and reach out and say, hey, I live in such and such town in this state, and I'm interested. Who do you know that is an authorized builder for Nationwide? And we could try to connect you with someone if there's someone in your area. So Southeastern Virginia, I'd love to build this house for you. So you have the great room here. The dotted lines would be the faux beams, the little beams that go against the ceiling. It breaks up that big, massive ceiling in there because this house is big. And so you have, I'd say in this house here, you could go with the 9-foot ceilings, which I would call standard, but there is an 8-foot option, but 9-foot ceilings here. So it's going to be pretty tall. And where you have the dotted lines, this is stuff that we have to drywall around a drop beam right here. There's a drop beam that runs through here. We have to drywall around that. And then these beams here would add some dimension in that room. And these are just faux beams. This one running left to right is structural. These are just for looks, cosmetic. Now, if you haven't watched any of our videos before, or you don't know anything about systems built modular or that much about it, remember that a single bold black line, in this case here, would be an exterior wall. Where you have the two bold lines that come together here and over to the right hand side, this is what we call a marriage wall. This is where the two modules actually come together. Okay, and so that wall there is pretty thick, like 8, 9 inches thick, pretty massive. And so the trim on that really gives it a really sharp, rich look, being, especially bulky there. So when you go into the kitchen area here, kitchen, dining room, all this opens up large area. You do have this island, pretty big island, and you can sit around the island right here for entertaining. If you like guests, kind of hang out with you while you're cooking, you're prepping food in the kitchen. That's a nice touch. Also, speaking of prep, this kitchen's pretty nice. You have that 360-degree work area. Imagine standing right here. You have the sink, see out the back of the house. You have the stove to the right, the refrigerator, and then you have the prep area on that island. As you're prepping food, you're talking to your guests, just or your family. It's pretty fun. So, like I said, very usable kitchen, very standard. I'd say a standard design, but very usable. Now, go on the left-hand side of the house. We have this little hallway here. You go into bedroom one. Now, I'm going to zoom in again because bedroom one offers this optional barn door or optional pocket door to be installed right here to go into bathroom one. Now, when you go into bathroom one, consider these tiles that you see right here. This is roughly 12 inches, so a foot. So if you ever want to try that, well, I don't know how long the bathroom is. If we don't have a dimension on there, you can count those. And that's rough numbers. Get you real close. May not be exact. But when you walk into this bathroom, you have the two sinks and this long vanity, approximately a 5-foot vanity here. Then you have the toilet area here. Now, the toilet's not in a water closet in this particular plan. I don't know. I think it'd be too narrow if you tried to do that. It might cram it up in there a little too much. We might not be able to get our clearances, but there again, something we could look at. But bathroom one is pretty large area in here. And then I'm going to zoom in again because we have this 96-inch by 48-inch shower here. Pretty massive. And then you can see this big window that would be in the shower area there. That would be an opaque glass, so you can't see through it. Definitely something that you don't want to be able to see into, right? Then you walk into the walk-in closet. Now, here's what I really like. Imagine we do 9-foot ceilings in this house. Well, what we've done in the past is we'll hire someone like the Closet Factory. Closet Factory can come out, look at the space, ask you what your needs are. What do you want? What are you storing? How much space do you want? How much room do you need? And they can design a shelving system, even some different hangers and shelving and things like that. But the clothes rack, they could have the two-tier areas to hang your clothes, right? So you can have the lower one, the higher one with the shelf above it, and then individual cubbies, tie areas. They can have places for shoes to be stacked. So they can really take this walk-in closet and do a lot with it. Now, this area right here, when you see RAG on one of our plans, that stands for Return Air Grill. The grill would be out here in this little hallway area here, but the box that's behind it is where the ductwork goes in and would go down. So this house here would have a package heat pump or a package gas pack out back, or I'll show you in just a second, we could possibly look at building a attached garage to this house, and that would give an option to put the furnace out there as well and the water heater, and you'll see where the water heater is in just a minute. So now we're out of the bathroom one, bedroom one, that whole massive area there, coming back through the dining room. Now in the dining room, we have some cool options. We have a standard sliding door to go out onto a landing and steps that was site built, or it could go to a deck, or it could, like I said, steps down to a concrete or a paver patio. So all that entertaining area. You could also do an optional patio door that has one stationary door and one active door, the door that opens and closes. And then we have the two active doors here, as you can see. So that's, very, very, a lot of good option there for getting out of the back. And the kitchen, we talked about that. All right. So now we're over here. Check this out. We walk down the hallway. You have this closet here housing that lowboy water heater. Now if we built an attached garage onto this house, by the way, a caveat, it would extend that 3-month build time by some time, 4 to 6 weeks, something like that. But if you were to put the water heater out in that garage, that would free up this area here for a closet, or you could leave it where it is for budget reasons and time. Leave it exactly where it is, and you're golden. Then you have the pantry here. A closet factory could come in, do something really fancy, and get it exactly how you want it. Or standard would be the wire shelves. We can have that. That is already done. Now, when you walk into bedroom three, we'll skip two for a second. When you walk into bedroom three, this room's 11 foot 8 inches by 13 feet. Then you have this small walk-in closet here. And I say small walk-in. This is a lot larger than a standard closet, of course. You can walk in it. There again, 9-foot ceilings. If we do that, a couple tiers of shelving, it's a lot of room, or somewhere to just, you can design it how you want it. Now, if you're back into the hallway here, um, bathroom two has now this would be a standard tub with a fiberglass surround. We could put in a standard tub with tile surround. There again, time and budget, right? Everything we do changes the price, changes the timeline. Then you have a 3-foot vanity here with a sink. You have the toilet area. Nice large bathroom. You have space in there, definitely. And then next room over, you have the mud room. Now here's really cool. We have the mud room. We have a door that goes out back. Or this is where I was talking about building the garage. If you have a lot big enough and you can have a side load garage, imagine the garage door would be on the right hand side of this house. You would drive down the right hand side of the house, turn left, and come into the garage. This door here could then align so it goes into that site built garage. That where the water heater and the furnace could go if you didn't want a pack unit outside, or if you didn't want the water heater in this closet. Um, and there again, you'd have to decide if it's worth the change for you. But you also have this big mud room here. You have the electrical panel located in there. You have a cubby over here to the right hand side. Now this is a traditional washer and dryer that sits on the floor. If you need a lot of space, there's an option. If you have if it's going to be a 4 or 5 bedroom house, which we have 3 plus bedrooms and 2 plus bathrooms, and I'll tell you why there's pluses in that. Right now, this house is 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms. But if you were going to say build a 5-bedroom house, maybe you have a lot of need. You can put 2 stackable washer and dryers in here, or you can put 1 stackable washer and dryer and then leave the space next to that for a cabinet or some type of storage if you want that as well. Remember, 9-foot ceilings, we have a lot of height in there to work with anyway. But either way, let's say we didn't do a garage on this house. This would be another exit door, egress door to get into the backyard. So you come in, go out. And then you have a door that closes to, keep everything quiet when that is running. And then we go around to bedroom two. Bedroom two is 11 foot 6 inches by 13.6. And you have a standard closet in there. This would typically have 1 shelf, hangers, and space at the bottom for you as well. If you did a garage on the back, by the way, you would remove this window here and relocate it to the right-hand side. You still have 2 windows. It would just move it off the back. And this space here would be in your garage. Otherwise, this house would be built just the way it is. Now, remember I said when we first looked at this that there's a little bump out on the back right-hand side that you can see a lower roof on. That is this bump out right here. That's where bedroom 2 bumps out from the entire rest of the house. Now, if we go to the second floor, now this is optional. This area here has a floor, but it's unfinished. So if we were to finish it, you come up the steps that Nationwide builds, and we have a fire rated door or an exit door there, an exterior door. So this has a fire rating to it because this area right now, let's call it unfinished. What you could do in this house, the reason why this is listed as a 3 plus or a 2 plus is you can add a wall right here. We can add a bedroom and a closet. You could have a bedroom over here, and then we finish out this area here and make a bathroom. So bathroom 3. You have a tub, toilet, vanity, nice usable space. But if this was a bedroom here, we'd build a closet. You do have a window here. You also have the shaded, or not shaded in, but this little area back here, that is a knee wall. So obviously the height for living is going to be between this line here and this line here. But this could be storage as well in the front. Now, if we come over to the left-hand side, this is where, say, your return air grill would go to your HVAC system for the second floor. This area is what I was talking about, could be a den. It could be a entertainment room. It could be a reading room, a flex room, a home office, whatever you want. You can. That's why I really like this plan. And all of this up here, except for the exterior walls and the structural framing above, is we would finish on site. So we can design this, add the walls where need be. Everything gets insulated, drywalled, electrical gets run. We do rough the plumbing in for this bathroom. Even if you're not going to do it right now, if the possibility's there, we want the rough-ins done so we don't have to disturb anything downstairs if you finish it later. If you finish it at the time of construction, no problem. Now there, you know, like I said, it's not a lot of work. I mean, but this finishing up there would definitely extend that 3 month period. It would extend it longer as well. 3 months would be if we didn't modify this plan at all and we built what you see on the plans without the optional items. That'd be the 3 months. So, but there again, you have this shed dormer sticks out of the front here, gives that house a lot more character looking at it from the front elevation. You also add these 3 windows, and then you have that third window over to the left-hand side. I really do like this layout. I think it's great. Let's get back to the front of the house. You can see what it looks like. It looks great. I mean, you have this presentation on this. This house is very clean and rich. Imagine a tall foundation. The driveway on this is the left-hand side, but imagine everything was over to the right. Now, if you're building in a city, it's a smaller lot, 100-foot lot, maybe difficult. Well, it probably would be almost I wouldn't say impossible, but just tight. Depends on how much setbacks you need. But if you're building this house in any acreage at all, just providing that local zoning and codes don't have a problem with it, you would be able to do a side load on this particular house, and it would just be awesome with that garage. Otherwise, you build right here. So let's go ahead and switch on back so you can see me on here. Uh, anyway, so this is a house here. If you built it the way it was and no changes of any kind, 3 months from the time we set the modules to the time of the construction is complete. That is for us. That wouldn't be industry standard. I don't know what someone else does, but we could definitely do it in that timeline. Also, that would be barring any prolonged periods of bad weather or, like I said, shutdowns of any kind or whatever the chaos we went over the last few years. So this is a good looking house, and you can imagine. Oh, by the way, our houses have 2x6 exterior walls, and so everywhere you have that window downstairs, it gives you that, or even upstairs, it gives you that bigger window seal. So you can put things in there, decoration if you want to. If nothing else, it looks bold. Thicker walls, it definitely looks good. Main thing is structural. It has a lot more structural integrity, and also for sound, and you can insulate it more if you choose to. You have more space for that. So very good options. 9-foot ceiling, 2x6 exterior walls. This is an awesome house here. And so that's our house we're reviewing this week. I want you to really see this one and others. Go to my website and look around at the different um, plans that we have. There again, we are an independent authorized builder with Nationwide Homes. So this is Nationwide's pictures. This is their plan, and this is something that we build for you. We're the contractor, we're the builder, and so it's a pretty cool system how it works. I love it. The reason why I build systems built modular, I'm actually in one right now. By the way, a knee wall. If you want to say what's a knee wall, I don't really know what a knee wall is. See that little door right here? So that's a knee wall door. This is a knee wall behind me. This is the roof line that goes up, right? So code says, I'm trying to do this in reverse. Code says from here down has to be a minimum. In this case, I was thinking it was like 5 feet. And so you have to go to that 5-foot mark, and then that's where the room can literally begin, floor space. What we did to our house is we conditioned our knee walls. Everything's insulated, drywalled. So these do not have to be fire rated doors, because that is conditioned space on the other side of it. Why do we do that? Thing we put in the attic doesn't get, humid and hot and cold and every other thing. So, but the reason why I build this way is because we have more control over quality. We have more checks, more systems, more quality controls for sure. I don't know if we have more inspections. We definitely have the same or more inspections, but we just have such a better control on how modules are built in a factory setting on an assembly line. But remember, systems built modular are not manufactured homes. Manufacturer built a HUD code, and that is typically your trailer house. Now, there's nothing wrong with trailer houses. It's just not what we do. We do stick frame construction in a systems built modular technology. It's just a lot of just look at some of our houses and you'll kind of get it. But if you're in southeastern Virginia, definitely give us a call. In the description below, we'll have our office number. You also have it on our website. When we just went looked on our website, it's at the top there. Go to buildamericaCustomHomes.com, browse for yourself, look at some of the plans. We only have about 25 plans here, but Nationwide has roughly 70 or 75 plans to pick from. So if you don't see anything on our site that you like, go to nationwidehomes.com, check out their site as well, then reach back out to us, say, hey, I'm interested in XYZ model. What do you got? And we can start that conversation. So quality builder, I'm proud to say that, and this is kind of new. I don't know when you're watching this video, but I'm doing this video on, was this January 12th or January 11th of 2025. Extreme Makeover Home Edition TV show has, for the third time, made it back to the airwaves a few weeks ago. And guess what? I was a builder with Nationwide Homes in 2010 with Extreme Makeover Home Edition. And then in 2011, I became a builder for the TV show directly. And we built a Nationwide modular on site in Virginia Beach, Virginia. It was a very awesome deal. And then I went on to be a contributor for BobVila.com as a moderator. Just really some good stuff. And what does that mean? That just means I've been around and, we've been there, done that, and seen that. But here's what we're pride ourselves on: quality built. Even though we do it fast, we do it right. There's no corners cut. What we do is we've studied over the year. Working with Extreme Makeover really helped. But in the way systems build is built, it naturally increases or can increase workflow. So there's less white space on a calendar. White space meaning nothing on the calendar, no subs on a job site. You don't have, you go a week or two before someone's there. I schedule my job so that everything is tight as possible without people being on top of each other. So there again, because you build fast doesn't mean you build less quality. It just simply means that you understand workflow and how to connect the dots a little bit faster than average. So my goal is to get you in this house. If you have a construction loan, you're paying interest on that. If you have the cash in the bank and you're paying us as you go, well, you kind of like, to hurry up and turn that into a mortgage and get your cash back. Or just, you don't have to have a mortgage at all. Or if it's traditional, we can build the house and sell it to you as well. And you just want to get in it. You're trying to get out of the apartment, the rental house you're in, or you need to sell your house, or your house is sold and you're renting back. You don't have a lot of time for this stuff. You don't need excuses. What you need is to get in your new house quick. And I'd love to have that conversation with you. My name is Dwayne Cotton, Build America Custom Homes. I appreciate you watching this video. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that little bell icon. That's important. You'll know we drop a video, so it'll pop up on your screen, and you can check it out and go from there. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great day.